My name is Kevin. Today's motion is about Korea should have a draft for military service, and our team don't believe that we need drafts. To the government's first main argument, we had said that they had said that nobody will go to military when we don't have draft. But as we refuted that the Marine military volunteers increased, and that was their main argument. But for that, the Deputy Prime Minister has dropped that main argument, refute, and the Deputy Leader of Opposition has mentioned it. As the government whip said, it is not much a tax steering two nations, and it is an occasion thing. But I will refute to that. It is not an occasion event, and only 1 year ago, the North Korea had attacked our Yeonpyeong-do and also Cheonan ship. And today's, if we have advertisement paper to the North Korea, they say they will shoot a missile to Yeonpyeong-do, so it is not an occasion event. The government whip has dropped the refute to the main argument to the raid. It was about protecting countries, and we said increasing number and it doesn't increase quality. To our main argument one, they said they will not abandon country, but if think about this, if you want to try to have a good grade in school and you study, it is much better than somebody talking to you to study. So, and also they said that they get training monies rather than making technologies, but where does the money from the training comes? And to our main argument too, they said the material costs much than training, like tank weapons. But if we have automatic missile or tanks, we can have no money for training and only few people for having the automatic missile or tanks, so we can decrease the money using from the military. Their main argument was about to promote equality and fairness, but for example, MC Mong in Korea didn't go to military and was in jail for a few months. But as we know for this, we should go to military when rather we have many monies to accept it. Our main argument today was about draft won't work, and he evidenced it like 59 countries have draft. And they said it again that it is an occasional event, so it is very rare. But as I said at the last time, it is not rare, and only 1 year ago it. Yes.
To the small number of countries using drafts, I said that it's only their business because we're different from them because we are the North Korea is provoking us. So I think I said that I didn't say it's an occasional event. How will you refute to that?
You said that it is an occasional event because the draft won't work, and if we don't have draft, we said that we need to have volunteer, but because of the North Korea, we won't do draft. But you said that it is an occasional event and it is rare. And so because of that, we are having we are having danger because of North Korea, and only 1 year ago we had danger with them. So our team really believes that we should not have draft and we should have volunteers for the military. Thank you for listening.
Hello, I'm Sam, the opposition reply fourth speaker again. I will now organize our arguments and then rebut to all of their arguments and their point of informations. And our first argument was about unfairness for the poor. We said that the people with lots of money, the rich peoples get lots of educations, and most of them become doctors or other important peoples on certain medias. So they don't have to go to military if they don't want to. And yes, and there, but when the poor people doesn't get a lot of education as the rich people do, so they will eventually go to military service, and it would be unfair for the poor because the rich get choice to go to military or not, but while the poor people don't. And our second argument is that conscription only increases numbers but not the quality. What good is it if there's lots of people? They will just die anyway because of their lack of skills. Instead of the number of the people, we should increase the quality of the military. And our third argument was that the draft won't work, and we said that and we took on Yeonpyeongdo case as an example, and we said even the choice to go to choice to have a military service does not depend on the draft. It depends on the people's mind. And I will now talk about the rebuttal to their argument. Their first argument was that no one will participate in the service, and no one will participate in the service, and there will be very little number of people who will participate in it. However, the number of soldiers in Marine military have increased even after the attack on the Yeonpyeongdos. It means the participations in the military service does not depend on the draft or not. And their second argument was the national security. They said we need as much participation as possible. However, as we said on our second argument, what good is it to have so many peoples? They will die anyway due to their lack of skills. So instead of the number, we have to fight with the quality. And their third argument was that there could be inequality between the rich and poor, and yes, they said there will be inequality between rich and poor. However, even the popular or rich people are being judged on the trial of these days for not going to the military. For example, there's one of the pop star named An Shimon who tried to avoid the military service, but he is now being trialed for such a wrongdoing. And so I think they have made a mistake on saying that rich doesn't go to military. That's why we, the opposition, must, as we said in the debate so far, the military service should be not mandatory. Thank you for listening.